Hi, people of God. If you can see me, God bless you. So, have you ever been excluded, rejected, or made to feel like you don't belong? You've experienced it? Okay, stick around. We'll look into it using biblical insights. So, there's a deep irony in people rejecting you, excluding you, minimizing you, constantly making you feel like you don't belong. And then they become offended when you finally detach emotionally. When you stop wanting to be in that environment, when you stop seeking their approval. And this can be in family, friendship, work, relationships, romantic relationships. The truth is, many of them don't want distance. That's not their real intention. You want to know what they want? It's power. Mm-hmm. So the moment you stop needing access to that group, the moment you stop wanting their validation or acceptance or even emotional permission, the control breaks, right? And that's when energy shifts from dismissal for them into frustration. And this reveals something very spiritual, right? Some environment feeds off your desperation to belong. Yes. The enemy knows that if you fear rejection, he can manipulate your identity. Yes. That's why they trap a lot of people, and now people get trapped in being a flying monkey. But that's neither here nor there. So many people will stay in toxic friendships, relationships, families, churches, workplaces, social circles, long after God has shown them the truth. What's the truth? Truth is in their behavior. Them excluding you, you don't belong there. Your light is obstructing their movement, it's obstructing the evil. When you stay in such situations, you're not staying because there's love there. No. You're staying because you're afraid of being alone, afraid of being misunderstood or excluded. But once you secure your identity in God, that's the moment the manipulation stops working. You don't beg for a seat at a table where your presence was merely tolerated. You don't stay in a family where they consistently disrespect or exclude you. You stop auditioning for spaces where you were never celebrated. And this is in relationships too. The partner consistently disregards your emotions and your feelings. What are you still doing in that relationship? So you stop shrinking to fit environments. And suddenly, the people who sought to exclude you, the people who sought to reject you, become very bothered by your peace. You want to know why? Because your detachment exposes the truth. You were never the problem they claimed that you were. A lot of these groups, families, workplace, friendships, relationships, they operate like spiritual kingdoms. Yes, there is this nonsensical, demonic, unspoken hierarchy. Who gets validated? Who gets silenced? Who gets mocked? Who gets rejected? Who gets centered? Who must perform to be accepted? Who made all of you the arbiter of value? So the moment you stop participating in that system, it destabilizes the people who benefited from it. And they get irritated when you no longer explain yourself. You don't even want to see them. You don't want to be around them. You block them from everything. Fear of missing out. Where? You become comfortable being alone. You become comfortable in healing without anyone. You build elsewhere. You don't chase invitations. You don't even accept invitations. Now they're the ones looking for you, creating fake pages, trying to see what you're about. So your freedom confronts their need for control. And all these things that they did, spiritually, the effect is it's towards your identity. The enemy's agenda has always been to disconnect people from their God-given identity and make them seek identity through crowds, systems, popularity, status, or human approval. But scripture has always shown us that God will separate you from the people who aren't supposed to be around you. before your elevation. Many of God's chosen people experience this before their assignment. Look at Joseph. His brothers mocked him, rejected him, stripped him of his robe, literally removed him from the group because his presence confronted their insecurity, jealousy, and it created murderous envy. They wanted him beneath them. And they only did that because they could see what was in him. So when they come for you like that, it's a testament to your power. It's a testament to your glory. So but when God elevated him, the same people who casted him out needed what was inside him. Pattern is the same. Rejection before elevation. Isolation before purpose. Separation before elevation. Look at David too. Within his own family, he was overlooked. When the prophet came to anoint the king, David wasn't even initially invited into the room. These people, they'll make you feel like you're nothing. You can't believe them. You cannot believe them. Yet, the one that they dismissed as not being of value became the very one chosen by God to be king. What about Jesus Christ himself? Constantly rejected by religious groups, misunderstood by crowds, opposed by systems that were threatened by his truth. The religious leaders wanted him silenced. The Pharisees and the Sadducees hated each other, but what happened? They came together for one sole purpose: to destroy him. They isolated him, they discredited him, and killed him. What angered them was not his presence alone. It's how Jesus Christ was unmoved by their need to control him. Jesus Christ did not chase acceptance from nobody. He loved people deeply, but was never governed by their approval. But people will reject you and still think you will remain available for mistreatment. So they become accustomed to, if you let them anyways, they become accustomed to your attempts to prove yourself. Your emotional reactions feed them. Your desire to be included. Your willingness to tolerate disrespect. So when you don't care at all to be included, to be liked, to be accepted, and you help me, Holy Spirit, and you emotionally withdraw, and you genuinely move on, gently, graciously, they interpret your peace as rebellion, as arrogance, as pride, as betrayal. Some even think that you were faking liking them in the first place, but if you don't have self-love, other people have self-love. And they know when to leave situations that no longer serves them. But the real truth is, it's not pride, it's not arrogance. It's simply clarity. So not every separation is bitterness. No. Sometimes it's wisdom. Sometimes it's healing. Sometimes it's the revelation of God removing your dependence on these people, on your family, and your friends, in that relationship, in that job, that were never meant to affirm you. And the real truth is, belonging is overrated when belonging means or requires self-betrayal. No way. You lose yourself trying to belong or conform. And God never told us to conform to dysfunction just to avoid loneliness. Some groups are unified by gossip, by hatred, by envy, by wickedness, by insecurity, by performance, by fear, by pride. Leaving those environments may look like isolation temporarily, but spiritually, it's deliverance. Therefore, when they show you that you're not welcome there, in the group, in the place, wherever it may be, you simply agree with the evidence and move accordingly. When you stop forcing yourself into spaces, places that dishonored you, you create room for genuine alignment.